That's not how you carry a pastry, god damn it.
Well, I didn't have any Tupperware on me. We're in a crisis mode here. Don't you see that?
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Thursday Night Gauntlet Hangouts. We are playing the final girl tonight, and this session is called Dead Presidents. It'll take place in the White House and feature some ancient Egyptian horror. I am joined by Larry, Paul, and Josh. Before we get started, if everybody could just quickly introduce themselves and just give a quick overview of your characters. Larry, let's start with you.
Sure. So the first character I made is Hank. He's a crusty Secret Service agent. His catchphrase is "I'm too old for this shit." I hope explicit language is okay. The next one is, and I'm sorry, this is a very stereotypical name, Billy Bob. He's a naive tourist from, I don't know, the countryside, who got lost on a White House tour. And is probably going to get killed now. And then Marjorie, who is an anal retentive pastry cook on staff, I guess, at the White House.
Cool, excellent. All right, Paul.
Okay, first character is Ashley Lorenz. She's the official presidential photographer. Next, Floyd Cresswell, Vice President of the United States. And then finally, Sharon Mills, First Lady of the United States, which implies that the president's last name is Mills, since nobody else created the president.
Excellent. President Mills. All right, Josh.
So I've got Janet Dahlman, the VP's secret mistress. Didn't know you were going to create a VP. I never made that character. So I may already have a screwing relationship going on there. Or, I would assume. Aset Garay? I don't know how to say that name. I just Google the Egyptian names. But she is a famous Egyptian archaeologist, so probably the one that helped with getting these Egyptian artifacts to the White House. Maybe like a curator there for them right now. And Johnny Sanders, the new junior journalist. So, new kid on the block, probably fresh out of college. Somehow, maybe he's from a wealthy family or something, but they assigned him to be on the White House journalist staff.
Awesome. All right, my name's Patrick, and three characters I made are Joel Hendricks, who is the clumsy Secret Service agent. Don't know how he became a Secret Service agent being clumsy, but either way he is. Maybe he's just clumsy compared to the other ones. Stella York, the overly imaginative conspiracy theorist, who of course is probably annoying to everybody in the White House. And finally, Emmett Mason. He is the egotistical army general. So yeah, so we got our characters, and we'll begin framing scenes. I'll frame the first one, and then we'll move around to the left according to how I see it on Roll20. We'll frame the scene, and then we'll pick characters in opposite order, and then we'll just free roleplay until we get to a stopping point in the scene, when the roleplay dies down or we find a good stopping point. Also in these introductory scenes, I like when you, if you frame the scene, to introduce kind of an element to show that the killer is coming, something weird is happening. That's kind of the build up to the killer showing up in the first blood scene. So yeah, let's start this thing off. So I'm gonna frame the first scene, and in this first scene is the main lobby when you walk into the White House. Has all these Egyptian artifacts on display, and I'm gonna say it's like, kind of a nighttime dusk kind of get together. People are mingling around. They're carrying around glasses of champagne or wine. There's soft piano music playing over the speakers, and everybody's kind of mingling around and checking out this exhibit. So yeah, we'll get started with character selection. Larry, you would pick first, then Paul, then Josh, and then me. For this first scene, I suggest picking one of your own characters. You can play it out how you imagine it. For the next two scenes, I suggest picking somebody else's characters. So Larry, are you still there? Or did we lose you?
I'm still here. I think I will go with Hank.
Okay. So I'm going to change the colors on these to the player colors that I see it down at the bottom of roll 20, so we know who's playing who. Paul, you would pick next.
Okay. So the whole scene is going to be in the lobby. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I will pick. I'll pick Sharon, First Lady of the United States.
Awesome. Okay. Josh.
I'll go with a set.
All right. And I will play Stella. Okay. So yeah, so role play. You can say what your characters are doing and talking to anybody, or it's all free, open role playing. So I imagine.
Well, I think
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say I think it's possible that the First Lady is sort of showing off the exhibit to photographers, or it would make sense that the archaeologist is here as well, and they're sort of introducing the the exhibit a little bit.
Okay.
Welcome, photographers are there. There's there could be hors d'oeuvres or something, or maybe it's like like an actual function for journalists or something like that.
Yeah. So
Are we thinking like? Sorry.
no, I was gonna say, so like perhaps Stella walks up to Osset and is like, come on now, you know this stuff isn't really ancient Egyptian.
I can't believe you would say that. Of course it is.
Come on now,
I was
you
there
can
when
tell.
they dug it up from under the Sphinx.
So why didn't they let us dig it before? What were they hiding under there?
It's our culture. We don't want you stealing our culture.
Your extraterrestrial culture.
You're just one of those crazy conspiracy theorists, aren't you?
I am not crazy. Don't call me crazy. But I know what I'm talking about. I
Did
studied all
not
this.
build the pyramids. That's it.
You don't know who built the pyramids. You weren't there.
It's chronicled in our history.
Yeah, but who wrote the history? The winners of wars. The losers never got a say.
There are massive statues of the pharaohs that they were built for.
Come
Do you
on, spit
really
it out.
think that aliens would just build statues of pharaohs to hide whatever you think could be down there?
Where's the technology? Why is all this like art and stuff here? Ain't nothing but like old manuscripts and statues. Where's all this famous technology the Egyptians were known for, where their great civilization bloomed?
I think Hank maybe notices that there is this like heated conversation going on, like in the middle of this like banquet or the lobby here, and so I think like maybe like talks into his sleeve or something like that, and he's gonna like make a beeline over to Stella. Credentials, please. Like, well, actually, but before I get there, I had to like mutter underneath my breath, like, God damn it, I'm too old for this shit. And then I go over to Stella and like, credentials.
I
Thank
pull
you.
out a badge and it says like Georgetown. And I'm like, I'm a college student. I got chose to be here by my college club. It was funded. Check your list. I'm on it.
Right. I was hoping you could get rid of him.
Well, this is a pretty good Photoshop job here, kid. I'm afraid I have to verify this, and I like, like sort of overly aggressively like grab you by the arm and like haul you over to start dragging you away to some security station.
You can't touch me like that. I'm an American citizen. Miss Mills, is this how your husband runs a country? By despotism?
um, I think Sharon is like sort of oblivious to this whole thing, and she's like, she's picking up one of these canopic jars, and she's actually
Miss Mills, don't touch the items. We don't want anything to get broken. This is delicate stuff. It's old.
Yeah,
Let me handle that.
she pushes like a button or something on the thing, and like wings pop out, or what. I mean, it's the it's totally like and like dust and like grit and stuff like that comes out of it when it happens. Like it hasn't been done for 3,000 years or something like that.
Ooh, that could be like one of the foreshadowing things, maybe. Like, is it kind of creepy when it does it? Like,
We'll say
Like
when
slowly, like a-
we'll say when the wings pop out, you hear like this. You kind of hear this like hush whisper, like like you kind of hear that, and then
Yeah.
everybody kind of looks around, but nobody really like wants to acknowledge it.
I touch my earpiece, like, what? Like,
Stella would be like, I know you heard that. I heard that. You had to have heard that.
it's just static in my earpiece. Shut up.
I don't have an earpiece, and I heard it. Something's going on here.
That's because you're crazy.
Why does everybody think I'm crazy?
Because you keep on saying crazy shit. How about that?
Why is it crazy? It's backed by years of research.
There is no research. It's all made up bullshit.
Sir, Agent Hank, is that your last name or first name, sir?
Both.
Well, Hank. Look, I won't cause any more trouble, I promise. Can I just please go back to the exhibit? I won't raise a ruckus or anything. I just want to look around at the things. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, please. Don't make me miss it.
All right, but I'm keeping my eye on you, kid.
I promise.
Please keep a close eye on him. Don't let him touch anything.
I happen to be female, sir. And I'd turn around and run off. So like I'm like I'm kind of like creeping my way towards the first lady.
Oh, God.
Miss Mills. First Lady Mills, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure. You are?
My name is Stella York. I go to school at Georgetown, and I'm really interested on ancient histories. How do you feel about all these artifacts in your house?
Well, they're on wonderful loan from Egypt to as a representation of our close diplomatic ties.
Yeah, I think your husband is doing an absolute excellent job with Middle Eastern relations, and I really hope it can continue because artifacts like these are amazing.
I agree. Did you see the wings on this one here?
It didn't have wings on it earlier. What happened?
They pop out when you press the gem here.
That's amazing. Yeah, can I also?
I hand it to her.
I take it, and I'm like looking at all the runes and stuff that are like all the hieroglyphics that are that are marked on it.
Yeah.
I could rush over and put my hands on it, like, let go.
Yes,
You are
yes.
not allowed to touch this.
Okay.
I am
Sorry.
the only person here authorized to touch these.
When the first lady hands you something, you automatically grab it. I'm sorry.
Miss Mills, we have talked about this. You're not supposed to touch this stuff. Please, please refer. I mean, I know you're important. You're used to getting your way with things, but please, this is very important to our culture.
These are the models, though. These are the fake ones. The
You see Stella's eyes get like really wide when you say that.
they kept the real ones in storage, right?
No, there were no fakes made.
Where's the storage at?
Hank, can you take this one away? I'm worried about her.
I am not causing trouble. I promise, Hank. I wouldn't cause trouble.
Stella.
Hank, I'm not causing trouble. I'm not. First lady handed it to me. I didn't grab it or anything.
That is true.
So like at this point, like the soft piano music like gets like really loud for some reason. It's kind of that quiet background piano music, and then all of a sudden it's like, getting louder and louder and louder, and it's like it cuts off. It just like cuts off mid note. Yeah. So do we feel like that's a natural ending of this scene?
I think
Yeah.
I think Sharon is sort of waving everybody off or whatever, and as she's leaving the gathering through the private doorway, she passes by Hank and she puts her hand on his arm and says, we're on for later, right? Robert's going to be meeting with the senators all night to get the budget signed.
Of course, Miss Mills.
Awesome. Okay, so let's go through relationships. I definitely feel a rivalry between Stella and Osset. Do you agree, Josh?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Okay. I'm guessing Hank and Sharon are screwing.
Yeah, I had to squeeze that in there.
Just under the wire. Good job.
Yeah.
Okay, so right next to screwing, just put the first name of the character that character's screwing. Did anybody see any other relationships form there?
I was kind of thinking maybe Hank, but not totally sure on that one.
What, with Hank and Osset?
Yeah, like since she specifically asked him to like take care of the problem for her with Stella and whatnot, but don't know that totally qualifies.
Oh,
Oops, somebody deleted a name.
somebody deleted the vice president.
I think it might have been me. Oh, this stupid iPad.
Is there
I'm so sorry.
undo?
I don't know if there's. Yeah, let's see.
Oh no, somebody
I-
moved him. He's moved way to the bottom. I can move him back.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I did that.
That's
That was
fine.
me.
Yeah, if you want me to edit it, that's fine. I can edit yours, Larry. That's no problem.
Yeah, okay. Before I do more damage.
I know it's kind of tough on an iPad. Roll 20 is tough enough on a computer. So yeah.
I think does Stella and Hank have like a rivalry? Can you double up on a rivalry or?
You can. I mean, you could have multiple things. Like you can't be a rival and a friend at the same time. and you can't be like a rival and screwing at the same time. It can only be one or the other.
Right.
I mean,
Oh shit! I just put Sharon in the wrong thing. Can you put that to screwing, please?
I'll fix it.
Oh, thanks.
okay. I don't know about Hank and Stella. I'm not ready to call that a rivalry yet because you did let Stella go. So
That's true.
okay, so we'll move on to the next scene framing. Larry, you will be framing this scene. So you'll set the scene, and then we'll pick characters afterwards. So go ahead and tell us what our scene is going to be.
Haha. Yeah, like I have an idea. Let's see. Okay, we just had the banquet, and this needs to be a scene like where like we had to be able to at least have like 4 characters congregating.
Right.
Okay. Uh, maybe some kind of wait, when I guess it doesn't. When was this banquet taking place? Was this like a daytime thing, like an evening thing?
It was evening. I said it.
Yeah.
It was probably like around dusk. So just started to get a little dark outside.
Okay. So maybe we can have like some kind of fancy schmancy like dinner scene. With like I don't know, like people who are like involved, people from the White House, but also like people who are involved in like the exhibit. Yeah, like in the banquet hall or whatever.
Okay. So it's like a seated down dinner.
Uh,
With
yeah,
like
unless
servants
you
and
guys,
everybody.
yeah, I think so. Unless, would you guys rather do like more like a cocktail party kind of thing or
I'm open to the dinner. It's fine.
dinner? Okay, let's do dinner then.
All right. So, Paul, you will pick first. Pick any character that's not yours.
Okay, so this is a dinner then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be Marjorie the cook then.
Perfect. All right, Josh, you got next pick.
Hmm. I'll go with Emmett, the Army General.
All right. This is perfect. I'm gonna go with Billy Bob, the lost guy lost on tour.
Nice.
And Larry.
I gotta go with Joel, the clumsy Secret Service agent, because I want to knock over some shit.
Excellent. All right. So Larry, you can just like quickly set up the scene, or we could just jump right into free role playing. How would you like to do it?
I guess I just imagine, like some super long table, white linen tablecloth, and all kinds of beautiful looking food set out. Maybe we'll have like a string quartet, sort of off in the corner, for the mood music. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I can think of. People are just conversing and chowing down.
Uh, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, ma'am, you work here? He's talking to Marjorie. Ma'am,
You're Emmett, or no, you're Billy Bob.
I'm Billy Bob.
Okay. Um. Um. Yes. Who are you?
My name's Billy. My last name's Bob, but you call me Billy Bob. I like to shorten them down into one name. Look, I'm kind of embarrassed by this, but I think I'm really lost. But I don't want to interrupt this nice dinner, and the food's really delicious.
Oh, um, I'd point you at one of the Secret Service guys. I say, um, go tell him you're lost. He'll.
I don't want to announce it across this beautiful, nice dinner table. Can we just
I'm
keep it
sorry.
secret to after the dinner, and you can show me the way out?
I, I'm, I'm super busy right now.
Oh, I understand that, ma'am. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm just looking for some help without, drawing attention to myself because I'm really embarrassed by this.
Um. Okay, come with me.
Okay, okay. I stand up from the table.
And I walk him into the I walk him into the back. I open the door into a dark room, and I say, yeah, just wait right here.
You want me to wait in the dark closet?
I do. Into this right in here.
Can I go back and get my plate? That food was really good.
I will bring you your plate right here.
Excellent. I love her,
I
man.
lock him into the closet. And then I can go back out to the banquet table where there's this big spread of all these pastries that I've made, and each one has an individual hieroglyphic on them, and they are arranged exactly like I've gone through like photos of the dig site, which had a wall of hieroglyphics there, and I've basically duplicated the entire script from the wall of the dig site in Egypt in pastries, and I'm freaking out because the assistants who put them out got them mixed up a little bit, and I'm trying to like rearrange everything before the guests get to the dessert portion of the banquet.
I think I walk up to Joel and like, how long have you been an agent, boy?
This is my first day on the job, sir.
Hell, you don't even look like you ever had any military service. It's unusual for an agent.
Is it? I don't know. I just started.
Well, you better be careful around here. Make sure you do your job right.
I'll do my best, General, sir, General, sir.
Oh, and make sure you don't piss off Marjorie. Made the mistake once. Trust me, don't do anything that'll make her mad.
Marjorie, sir? Who's Marjorie?
Point over to her. She's the cook. And just definitely don't fuck up any of the pastries.
Chef, I'm a chef.
She does seem to be awfully, tightly wound.
So at that point, you hear like banging from back in the kitchen. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, I immediately like draw my weapon.
Miss Marjorie,
What?
I heard a voice in here. Can you let me out? I'm afraid of the dark, please. Please, somebody let me out of here.
The hell is that?
I go over the door like, who's in there? Come out.
My name's Billy Bob. Let me out. Let me out. Open this door. I'm locked in.
I said open this door immediately.
I can't open it. You need to open it, sir.
Kind of, start doing some of the like military, like hand signal gestures, whatever. Like, keep your gun on the door, and I'm like, go over to open it.
Wait. I misinterpret that and I shoot the lock with my gun.
Oh, shit! God damn it, Joel! What are you doing?
Jesus, Mary, Joseph, please stop shooting at me. I'm not doing anything in here. I'm just lost, okay?
Get the hell out of there.
Thank you, sir.
Who are you?
I come out, my hands are like shaking.
Like 6 other Secret Service agents have shown up.
Look, I'm sorry. I got lost. Miss Marjorie let me in here. She's so nice for not making a ruckus about a lost guy being at this totally fancy schmancy dinner. I know I'm not supposed to be at, but yeah, if you don't mind, you just show me the way out, and I'll be okay. And give Miss Marjorie a raise because she's the nicest person in the world. Okay.
The last tour ended 6 hours ago. How the hell are you still here?
I found the bowling alley, and I can't resist bowling when I find the bowling alley, and there was nobody in there, and it was free games. There was even shoes over there I could use, man. I was bowling, man. I bowled like a 272 my second game, man. It was amazing.
That is a great score, but I'm still gonna have to book you. And like I'm like fumbling around with I don't know why I have handcuffs, but I have handcuffs. And I think like I'm having such a wait, no, I'm leading up to it. Because I'm clumsy, right? So like I'm like fumbling around with it, like I can't really quite maneuver your arms. Anyways, like you're gonna end up head first into the hieroglyphic pastry display. Yeah, that's basically what happens.
Ow, that hurt. Damn, these pastries are delicious.
Yeah. So Marjorie is just freaking out at this point. She's got everything arranged, and then boom, you drop Billy Bob into the pastries, and Marjorie just grabs you by the arm. What are you doing? Spins you around, puts your own handcuffs on you.
I ain't getting involved in that one.
General!
Oh no! It's my first day!
He just ruined the $10,000 worth of pastries.
I ruined your pastries, you ruined my career! I'm never gonna be able to live this down.
How could you fail this badly? I mean, I know it's your first day, but didn't you go through even basic training?
I'm sorry, General, sir, General.
You look over and Billy Bob's got like this, like he's like wiping his face off. He's like wiping the pastry off his face, but he's got like the most expensive table napkin there is. It's like embroidered with the presidential seal and everything. It's like $1,000 handkerchief. He's over there wiping his face with it. I'm sorry, Miss Marjorie. I didn't mean to mess up your stuff. He kind of threw me into that table. Look, I just want to get out of here, General, sir. I did serve 2 years in the military. It's nice to meet you, but can somebody please show me the way out of this place?
You know what, Marjorie? You can hold on to him. I'll take Billy Bob and get rid of him for you.
Ooh, can we say like maybe some of those like hieroglyphic like pastries, like they kind of have fallen onto the ground like near my face, and they're in like some kind of special order, and like they're kind of glowing.
I like that.
So my eyes get wide. I'm like, oh, and then maybe we hear that. Can you do that? Like, can you do the voice again? Yeah. Like, Marjorie? Marjorie, is your pastry supposed to do that?
The pastries are supposed to be in a proper order. And Billy Bob messed them all up.
You hear Billy Bob from down the hall. I didn't mess him up, Miss Marjorie. I got pushed in. I'm sorry.
Shut up. Like, slap the back of your head.
No problem, sir. I'll be quiet, sir.
Well, I would call a scene there. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, we call a scene there. So, any relationships in that one?
I don't know. I had fun though.
I feel like maybe Marjorie and the general have a friendship.
Billy Bob was trying really hard to be friends with Marjorie. That whole scene.
um,
Uh,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, what was the strongest relationship in all of that? You know,
Well, I think the strongest was a rivalry with Marjorie and Joel. 'Cause, I
Yeah.
mean, he did
She
mess
did
up her
cut the-
pastries, and she slapped Hank or something.
right.
Yeah.
That's a good
yeah,
point.
I think Marjorie was frustrated with him, but she was definitely frustrated with Billy Bob too. He was a distraction, and she locked him in the closet.
That's true.
So she can only have a rivalry with one of the two, right? So
She could have a rivalry both if both players agree. So,
I don't, you know, I mean, whatever you think. I mean, I could see it going either way with both of them.
I wouldn't put a rivalry with Billy Bob and Marjorie because he was really trying hard not to make her angry. He's just kind of lost and,
Okay.
not formal.
I'm good with a rivalry between Marjorie and Joel.
Okay.
If that works for y'all.
Yeah. So, what do you say about the friendship between Emmett and Marjorie?
How many more of these scenes are we doing?
There's one more introduction scene, but relationships can be built throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've got time then to see whether that happens.
Okay, so let's see. Paul, you're next to frame a scene, and this is the last introductory scene.
Okay. So I think this is the next day. I think it's out in the yard, and with the presidential helicopter landing, and the president is returning to the White House. The talks about the budget went all night long, and they broke down, and so it's like 10 in the morning the next day, and he looks stressed and frustrated, and the press corps, and they're all out there doing video and shouting questions to him as the presidential dog runs up to the president, and he pets it, and kisses his wife, and that's the scene. That's what's going on.
Okay. Josh, you'll pick first. I'll pick second. Larry, you'll pick third, and then finally Paul. And once again, pick somebody else's characters.
I think I'll go with Ashley, the photographer.
All right. I'm going to go with Janet, the VP Secret Mistress. Excuse me. Larry, you're next.
I will go with Johnny Sanders, the new junior journalist.
Okay. Paul?
Let's see. Well, it's either Hank or Billy Bob. I guess it's Billy Bob.
He still hasn't found his way off the White House.
You see him wandering, like wandering in and out, like the
Yeah.
news cameras, like in the background, the reporter's talking. You see some country bumpkin just wandering in and out the shot. I like that. All right, so Paul, you purple. Okay. So, any other information, Paul, or you just want us to start throwing stuff out there?
Um, no, I think we're good. Whoever wants to start.
Okay. So, yeah, Janet's out there, and she's dressed really nice. You said it was in the morning, right, or the next day?
Yeah, like 10 in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, she's dressed really nice, really like professional, but her clothes really show off her curviness, and she's out there. She's talking to Johnny. She's like, so, who do you write for?
Uh, fuck. Um,
Teen Vogue.
the yes, Teen Vogue.
Teen Vogue, really? I loved that magazine when I was younger.
Yeah, it's it's my new assignment, my first job. I just graduated last week, so I really want to do a good job, and
I didn't even know they got into
uh,
politics. I was a teen girl. I didn't give a shit about politics.
yeah, they have like their own sort of unique angle. It's a lot about what the politicians are wearing, but I try to like, give it as much depth as possible.
Really? I love fashion. Do you want to interview me? I know a lot about this White House. A lot.
Can you two please move out of the way? I'm trying to get some good shots.
Oh, you want to take pictures of me too? That'd go
No.
great in Teen Vogue. Pictures of me next to the presidential helicopter.
What are you talking about? I'm not with Teen Vogue. I'm the official presidential photographer.
Oh, I've seen you around here before.
Yeah, and I've seen you.
Yeah, I work in public relations.
Yeah, I've seen more than that.
Come on now. You don't have to go there. Come on, Johnny, let's talk. I want to talk fashion with you.
Yeah, sure, that sounds amazing, except I'm supposed to ask the president a question is the only thing.
No problem, no problem.
Whether he's a boxers or a briefs man. The Teen Vogue public, they want to know.
Oh yeah, they want to know boxers. But you can ask him anyways. You can ask him anyways. Yeah, boxers.
Taking,
Yellow
taking
boxers.
pictures, and I'm just, who the hell is that guy walking around back there?
Yeah, so Billy Bob is trying to sort of, not be too conspicuous. But he is carrying like this Egyptian scepter that he got somewhere. And he's walking like Moses in the valley with this thing. I mean, he's got I think he maybe I think it's clear that he sort of threw his hip out a little bit or something like that, so he's got the scepter to sort of help. Maybe they maybe got a little roughed up or whatever by the general or something like that. So he's out there sort of stumping around, getting in the way of the cameras and getting captured on film a lot.
Be like, John,
Yeah.
Turns around. Are you talking to me?
Johnny, you should interview that guy. That's interesting. That's good shit right there. Teens would love that.
Just taking
do you-
lots of pictures. Like, this is so weird. How did this guy get on the property? It doesn't make any sense. I've never seen anyone looking like this here. Except on the tours.
It's really weird. The president and all of his entourage is, they're getting off the helicopter and making their way to the White House, and the helicopter kicks up a lot of air turbulence and everything, so everybody's hair is blowing around and everything, except not Billy Bob's. His clothes aren't blowing around, his hair's not blowing around. He's like an island of like calm, out there on the grass, standing there with this Egyptian scepter.
So Janet runs up to him and is like, "Sir, are you okay? Do you need any
And
help?"
And she notices that her hair is not blowing around. And as soon as she gets close to him, her hair is not blowing around anymore. It's,
She's just like, yeah, kind of tosses it over her shoulder. Sir, are you okay? Do you need help off the property?
I'm lost, really. I was on a tour and they said, hey, this is, the presidential gallery, and this is and I'm going around and I'm seeing all this awesome stuff, and now here I'm out here, and here's the president right here, and all these people, and this is awesome. But I really do feel lost.
Oh, don't worry, sir. We'll get you out of here. No problem. The only thing is you got to leave
Can I keep this?
No, you cannot keep that. I'm sorry,
I
sir.
threw out my
We can get you a wheelchair, sir.
I do not need a wheelchair. I'm an able-bodied, healthy. I have a bit of a limp right now because I threw my hip out.
What is this all over you? And like I wipe my icing off your clothes. There's some icing left on there. What were you saying, Josh?
I grab
I hand her like a cookie. I mean, are you hungry? I've got these cookies in my,
I grab Johnny's press pass that's blowing around to look at his name like, Johnny, we gotta do like some kind of story with this guy. I'll get you some good pictures. This is hilarious. You're gonna love it. I mean, but we gotta keep it a secret because they will never want this to get out. What do you say?
Yeah, I think like while all that was going down, like I've been trying to get the president's attention to ask my one crucial question about boxers or briefs, but
I think I've just like blocked you from that.
Well, I was also imagining like the helicopter's too goddamn noisy, so like no one can hear what I'm saying anyway. So at this point, I'm completely dejected. I failed like my first journalistic mission, and I'm like, yeah, all right, yeah, let's go interview this completely random person.
Yeah,
Might as well.
Ashley's right. This is the story right here. Random stranger gets to wander the White House. This is amazing. And I'm like, take a picture. Ashley, take a picture.
Yeah,
And I'm like
I'm
holding
taking
on to Billy
pictures.
Bob.
Yeah, Billy Bob puts his arm around you,
I'm like, this is the best public relations ever with the common man. The president's gonna love this.
Yeah, so
like, oh, I know this is going to get so much trouble. That's why I don't want to be the one doing the story. I'll make sure, I'm the anonymous photographer. I'll give you all the photos, the pictures,
yeah. So what's your name, fella? Talking to Billy Bob.
Well, my name is Billy Bob. You can call me Billy Bob.
Okay. And so Billy Bob, Teen Vogue would like to know, do you wear boxers or briefs?
That's a good question.
Do you need a check?
You mean like currently? I'm commando.
Oh, Christ.
I was laughing, taking pictures.
but I have dabbled in both boxers and briefs.
This is good stuff. The editors are gonna. I'm fired. I am screwed.
I'm gonna be in the magazine. I'm gonna be in the magazine.
Yes, you are going to be famous.
I lean over to Jeanette and I'm like, so what about you? I know you go commando sometimes.
Hey, you didn't have to go there. Ashley, you stop it now. Be like, Johnny, look. When you get back to Vogue magazine, you got to understand, I'm in the PR department of the White House. All you got to do is...
Teen Vogue.
I'm sorry,
okay.
Teen Vogue.
Yeah.
Blew my mind. Just drop my name. Editors all over the country know exactly who I am. I am part of the voice of the White House. You'll get Billy Bob's story into Teen Vogue.
Okay, maybe this... Hey, you know what I know? Everything is blowing around here. Like, your hair is, like, whipping around crazy. But, like, Billy Bob, like his clothes aren't even moving. And what's up with... Is this scepter glowing or something? What the...
Yeah, that's weird.
That is weird.
But this Egyptian stuff here, it's all weird anywhere. It's kind of creepy, you know? You get this weird feeling whenever I'm around it, like, you know... Like something crawling up my back. It just feels weird.
Where did you get the scepter? Man, that stuff was all locked up.
It was in a closet.
I feel like Johnny's like staring at like one of the jewels like in the scepter, and like he's like can't like, you know, he can't disengage, right? Like his eyes are like getting wider and like kind of like
The guy put my hand in front of you, you know, snap a few times. Johnny, you need to ask some more questions if you're going to write a story.
Oh, I don't know what my mind just like, I don't know, like I just saw like pyramids and all kinds of crazy hieroglyphics there like floating through my head. That's I think I think I'm just too nervous about this first job. Stress is getting to me.
You wouldn't be the only one that's high if you are.
See, Ashley, now I know something about you.
I don't think you know anything.
You don't know what I know. I'm in PR.
Yeah, and who takes all the photos for you?
Yeah, you're right.
Certain photos disappear.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so we'll keep that one under wraps for now. And I think we should keep this whole scepter thing under wraps too. Don't need the press getting. Don't print this in Teen Vogue. You print Billy Bob, but don't print the scepter. Okay.
That's
That's
the
supposed to be on
Photoshop
lockdown.
scepter out of the photos.
Yeah, can you, Ashley, you think you could Photoshop him like holding like a cane or some flowers or something?
Yeah, I can probably do that.
Cool. Yeah,
Except I just realized that we're in the 1980s.
Oh yeah, there's no Photoshop.
Oh, good point.
You think you could splice in some flowers or something? You know, work your film magic.
Yeah, I'll do what I can.
Excellent. But yeah, is that scene?
So,
I think so.
Cool. For some reason, I felt we were all friends all the way around.
I was
Pretty
thinking
friendly.
more. I was kind of trying to screw with Johnny because I know this story would be bad for publicity.
Buy that, Larry?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, sure, why not?
And I was kind of, I was kind of thinking rivalry with Janet, but we're pretty nice about it.
Yeah, I think being coworkers, we're like maybe we're friendly, but we kind of like backstab each other a little bit. So So Johnny.
I think Janet and Johnny are friends, right?
Yeah, that's what Janet was pushing for. Janet was pushing for friends with everybody.
She's very friendly.
Yeah.
And
What about Billy Bob? Billy Bob, would you say you made friends with
Billy
Janet there?
Bob's really excited about being in Teen Vogue. So, I can definitely see a level of, happy friendship with Johnny for, the opportunity to be in the magazine. I don't
That's
know
good
if
with
Johnny
me.
returns the friendship vibe, but Billy Bob's into it.
Okay.
I mean, you're my only story at this point, so yeah.
All right, we are friends.
Close enough.
Okay, so Ashley would have got friendship with Janet and screwing Johnny. Billy Bob would have got. Billy Bob, would you say friendship with Janet or no?
Um, between Billy Bob and Janet,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think there was enough going on.
Okay.
Really.
All right. It looks like everything's filled out. Turn these all black. And the very next scene is First Blood. So, Paul, you framed that last scene. So, Josh, you get to play the killer in First Blood.
Woo!
So Josh will frame the scene. And then we'll each pick characters. Now we have to pick characters with the lowest amount of relationships. So do we have any characters that don't have any relationships? Emmett
Lloyd.
and Floyd.
Uh,
And I think that's the only two without relationships. So both of those have to be in the scene. And
we got
then
each of it.
it's quite a few
one.
with one. So anybody with one relationship can also be in the scene. And just remember, everybody in this scene will die. So this is their final scene of the movie.
Hmm.
I think everyone's going to be like in the library. The library probably has more of the artifacts, probably more like the books and scrolls and things like that in it. And, people are looking over them or whatnot. And it's, just later that day or not too long after, that morning scene.
All right. So I'll pick first, and then Larry, then Paul. So I will go ahead and take no, I'll go ahead and take Emmett.
Okay. Uh, I will choose. I'll take Floyd. He's got to die.
Okay. And Paul, you get to pick anybody with one relationship.
One relationship.
Yep. Lots of choices. Who do you want to die?
Right. I think. I don't know if that's too. If I pick Osset, she dies, and she may be really fun and useful later. So I don't know if I should pick her.
It is always a tough choice when you have multiple picks like that. Me and Larry took the easy way out.
Yeah. because I'm picking somebody based on, it would be fun for them to die now, but it might be fun to have Osset around doing crazy stuff in later scenes. So, oh man. Okay. I gotta do it. Yeah, I guess I'll pick Osset.
Okay. So Osset. Okay. So Josh, if you want to start at the scene, we'll free roleplay, and you just bring in the killer at your will.
Yeah, have fun in the library. Like I said, you're in there. I guess Osset's probably showing off the scrolls or something.
Yeah, I think Osset is showing off the scepter that Billy Bob had. She's showing it to the vice president and to the army general, and she's saying, she's basically, it's like this thing is this shouldn't be here. This should not have come over with the exhibit. It's not. This thing is not Egyptian. It's older than that, and it's mentioned in Egyptian writings. It's a weapon of mass destruction.
Wait. The army general steps in. Did you say a weapon? It looks like it looks like a stick to me.
It is a weapon, an ancient weapon from pre-Egypt.
Okay, it looks like no weapon. Look, I've fired, every weapon known to man. I fired M16s, I fired BARs, and I'll tell you what, I'm accurate as hell with every one of them. How do you use a weapon that's a stick?
I think you whack people with it.
Really, that's what you come up with, VP? See, that's why you didn't run for president.
Hey, that's not nice.
Well, might not be paying a close enough attention, but the staff begins to glow a little.
You have to show
From
me
my-
respect in front of the guests. You can't just be doing that. Emmett.
Look, nobody here respects you, sir. I respect your position of authority, but nobody here respects you because they know who you've been with around here. If you catching my drift.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Spending a lot of time in the PR department, sir. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to hear more about this weapon of mass stickiness.
I'm offended by all this, and I'm going to go off to the side and pour myself a drink out of some really nice little crystal decanter.
This this is mentioned only in brief passing in everything that I've studied, but from the description, it suffocates people, or it hovers like a threatening cloud in the atmosphere or something.
So, as you're saying this, I am going to target the VP.
Yes, that's why I moved to the side. Come get me.
So Josh, there's no cards in this. This is first blood.
Oh yeah, it's first blood. So yeah, yeah. So
Goddamn general.
you're drinking your wine or whatever, and you just like, she mentions, the suffocation and whatnot, and you start feeling like you're being choked by something, and you just start like, choking on the wine and spitting it up, and
Nice.
So I'm like, Floyd, you all right, man? Floyd, sir.
I think I turn around, my eyes are like bugging out of my head, and I think maybe I spit like a bunch of like blood out like onto your face.
Oh,
yeah, it was a white
Ah.
wine you were drinking.
oh, what the heck? Medic!
I'm clutching at like your uniform, like as like the life is draining out of me.
Yeah, and I'm like
Big
pushing on
old
your
like vein.
forehead, trying to just get you back off of me.
The room, like the lights start to flash, uh, and then like they go out, and like the only source of light is that scepter. And
I'm yelling, Austin, turn that thing off! Turn it off!
I think Asa just kind of starts like burning from the inside.
Ooh.
You hear those whispers again, and like she drops the staff, and like some kind of bolt comes out and hits Emmett.
Oh. Does it like disintegrate me or?
Yeah, it just like straight up turns you into like sand or something.
Oh, nice.
Like, it's just a pile
Oh.
of sand.
Nice.
Actually, no, not a pile. You turn into like a sand sculpture of yourself.
Cool. All right. Is that scene, Josh?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and mark X's on these characters. So we keep the characters the same color because that comes into play at the very end of the game. So we'll know how many characters each person was controlling when they died. And also, strong color. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Undo. Yeah, my mouse is getting away from me. Alright, that'll work, whatever. So yeah, alright, so the next killer will be me. Alright, so I get to frame the scene and you guys can pick characters. There's no restriction on characters now, it's wide open. You can pick any character you want. So let me undo this X because it's driving me nuts. Not saying I'm OCD. Alright, so this scene will actually bring out the mechanics of the game with the cards. So I'll frame a scene, start role playing, and then I'll say, alright, the killer's going to come in, and then we'll go to the cards. And we'll explain how all that works when we get to that point. So, I think for this scene, let me look back at that floor plan of the White House I posted earlier. Okay. Let's make this simple. This scene's in the Oval Office. In the West Wing. So whoever's there in this scene, you're actually not in the Oval Office, you're in that little side, that secretary room. The president's in the office. He's got the door closed. But you are all in like this secretary's room discussing uh the fact that all communication has been cut out from the White House, and that for some odd reason nobody can leave the grounds of the White House. Um, People have tried to walk out of the front gate of the White House and immediately fall over and die, and all they could find are like desiccated, dried out corpses from people that tried to walk out of the gates of the White House property. So yeah, go ahead and pick your characters. It'll be Larry, Paul, then Josh.
I mean, we're like code red here, so I think Hank needs to make an appearance for sure.
Okay, I pick Sharon, First Lady.
All right, so Larry, you're playing Hank. Paul, you're playing the First Lady. Josh, you're muted if you said anything.
No, I haven't said anything yet. Think I'm going to pick. Hmm. I'm going with Stella.
You're picking Stella.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So yeah, you're in this little secretary's office that's off to the side of the Oval Office. It's like in between the cabinet room and the Oval Office, and you're discussing the fact that you can't leave, and there's no communication. Like the secretary keeps picking up the phone and hitting the little dial plunger on the old phones. It's like I can't get anybody. I can't even call internally in the White House. You take it away from there.
So Sharon is really like, she's like in physical contact with Hank. You know, she's got her hand on his sleeve. She's like really like in his space for this conversation, and she's, you know, I'm really scared, Hank. You know, this is so crazy. We're so trapped. What's going to happen?
Well, I can tell you what's not going to happen, Sharon, is that nothing is going to happen to you, okay? So you can just relax. Everything's under control. I'm like touching my earpiece, which is just like filled with static. I'm like, it's everything's under control. Don't worry.
I'm telling you, it's the aliens. It's the aliens that were under the pyramids. Their ships are under there. Y'all messed with it, and now.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
I should never have touched that jar.
Listen, Sharon, what's done is done, okay?
Send a signal out to the aliens.
You shut the hell up. God damn it, I'm too old for this shit.
I'm only in here because I needed to try and call my mom since I'm stuck at the White House. Because aliens and y'all are the problem. I'm not the problem, it's y'all.
Look, we don't know what's going on here at this point, so I think we all just need to, like, take a deep breath, all right?
I
We
told
need
you,
to...
alien.
Even if you're right, like, what good does that information do us? Like, we need to establish communications with the outside world. All this electronic...
Never seen a sci-fi movie.
So my hands are in like Hank's hair. Hank, I don't want to die.
Listen, baby, you're not going to die. I sort of like lose myself in the moment. Look, all right, so all the
Weird.
electronics
You
are...
like that.
all the electronics are not working, so we've got to go back to basics here. Like, we need a We need like a visual signal that we can, get to the outside world. The roof. We need to get to the roof. That's what we need to do.
I bet if we go down, look at all the Egyptian stuff, Egyptian, we can find some kind of communication device down there and ask the aliens not to hurt us anymore.
You wanna find an ancient Egyptian walkie-talkie to talk to aliens. Is that what you're proposing,
sounds
Stella?
Stupid when you say it like that. It's obviously alien technology. They just hit it with the pyramids and whatnot.
So at that moment, you hear like what sounds like a huge gust of wind, but it's not like outside the office. It's actually like blowing through the hallway, on the other side of the closed door through the hallway, and like you could hear the tiny sound of like sand particles just hitting against the door, and then you hear like people screaming off in the distance.
Oh, that didn't sound good.
No.
All right, we can't stay in this room.
Call my mom right now.
And oh yeah, I just realized I actually have a huge conflict because I'm supposed to protect the president and he's over there. Yeah.
So,
He'll
like,
be okay.
Supposed to protect everybody. The president is just number one.
He'll be okay. Joel is with him.
That's a excellent point, Sharon. And you're the first lady, so you're also, okay. So we need to get you to a safe location. This is actually probably the safest location is inside the Oval Office. I'm gonna go inside the Oval Office. Oh, then we bring other characters though. Ugh.
Wait, so does that mean I get to go in the Oval Office?
No.
Why not?
all right, so
You're probably hiding more alien stuff in there, aren't you?
so at this point we're gonna go to cards. Were any new relationships formed there?
I mean, Hank hates Stella at this point. I think Stella's my
I was
rival.
kind of thinking maybe a rival with Hank.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
For
Josh,
sure.
if you set up that rivalry, on roll 20. So yeah, like you two are kind of like bickering back and forth about going into the Oval Office, and the whole time Sharon's like, just all over Hank, and it's like the most inappropriate time to be all over somebody. Like people are screaming out in the hallway, and at this moment, like you hear that gust of wind, but this time it's from outside. And it's like buffeting the glass of the windows, and you feel the windows just vibrating and shaking, and they blow in, and like glass goes flying everywhere, and sand comes like flying in, and it hurts. It's like being sandblasted. So all you have to like kind of hunker down, cover to protect your faces and all that. And then when you turn around and look up, you notice the secretary that was there like trying to call on the phone is now like looks like a desiccated corpse, like a corpse that has been dried in the desert for 100 years. And so yeah, let's go to cards. All right, so for the cards, each of you gets one card just for being in the scene, and then you get one card for every relationship that you have. To take cards, you can grab the card and drag it over to your nameplate, and you'll see your nameplate turn yellow, and you can let go of it, and it'll put it in your hand. Larry, if you have trouble doing that on the iPad, I can give you the cards if you need. But yeah, everybody take one card for themselves plus a card for every relationship that you have.
Whether that relationship is in the scene or not.
Yeah, that could be just total number of relationships. Oops, somebody
Oh,
threw a
wait,
king
turn
on
the
the table.
card over.
Yeah, you want to put it
Okay.
into your hand. So let me recall this. Let me shuffle. Here, I could deal them out. Let's see. Deal One card, all players. All right, so Larry, how many cards you getting?
I get 2 more, please.
2 more. And Paul, how many cards you getting?
I get 1 more.
And then Josh,
2 more.
2 more for Josh. All right. So you look at your cards, and as the killer, you get to target either one player or one character, or you can target all the characters. So if I target one character, I'll flip over a card. That character has to beat that card. If that character doesn't beat that card, that character dies. And as soon as somebody dies in a scene, the scene's over. But of course, somebody can play a friendship for that character to help him out, or play a rivalry to try to kill him off. If I target all players, then all of you have to beat that card, and whoever doesn't dies. It could be all 3 players or all 3 characters in a scene. You can't target the same character twice in a row. You have to alternate your targets, and you can't target everybody twice in a row. So like I could target Hank, and then target everybody, and then target Hank again. But you can't do all players twice in a row, and you can't do a single character twice in a row. Does that make sense?
Can you do all characters twice in a row?
No.
No. Okay.
All right. So, yeah, the killer, Anubis, we'll just call him Anubis for what he is. The Egyptian god of death is targeting. You know what? Sharon was being really inappropriate for the situation, so I am targeting Sharon.
Oh. All right. So what do I do?
So I'm gonna lay down a card, okay?
Okay.
And then you're gonna have to beat it. So I laid down a 7 of diamonds, okay?
Okay.
So you'll lay down a card on your name. Just put it on your nameplate, so we know who played what cards. Suits, you can lay down a 7. I'll tell you how the suits work in Final Girl. Red beats black, and sharp beats round. So in order from highest to lowest, it would go diamonds, hearts, spades, then clubs. If you wanted to beat that with a 7.
Oh, I see. So if what I had was a 7, then that's how the
Yeah, but
But
diamonds
if I
are the
have a higher value card, I
Yeah.
can beat it.
Yeah, but diamonds are the highest value suit. So
Right, diamonds are the highest.
yeah,
But I have a
diamonds.
higher value card of another suit.
Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't have to be the same suit. It just got to beat it either in suit or value.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. So I can do. I can. It's not letting me drag it onto my. If I drag it onto myself, it puts it.
yeah, you just drag it onto the table. Like drag it onto the tabletop, like over Sharon Mills's name. You can drop it. It should do it face up.
Where did it put it at? There it is. All right.
Oh, you played an ace.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, move that one up there.
Oh, I see.
All right. So okay. So now the killer is going to target. Let's target Stella. Stella, you have to beat. What is that? An 8 of clubs. All right, Queen. All right, so now we'll target Hank. Hank, you need to beat a Queen of Hearts. Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck. uh, Sharon, help me. I can't beat it.
Okay, so throw down a card either way. You're still gonna throw down a
Okay.
card
All right, then.
in
I'm
your
just
futile
gonna...
attempt to beat the killer.
Oh, damn. Why can't I? Maybe I double click it?
I don't know where it went.
I'm trying to figure out if I can drag this stupid thing. Shit. Yeah, I'm having technical difficulties. Can I just tell you what it is?
You can't drag it to the table.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time doing it. Oh wait,
Which
let it go maybe? If I hit let it go?
maybe. I don't know. I've never used Roll20 on an iPad, so it
It
looks
did
like
disappear from my hand.
yeah.
I I was looking at it and I clicked on one and it said stealing.
Oh, so did you steal that card from him, Josh?
Yeah.
So what card was? Did he steal? Did he steal the one you were gonna play?
It was a 3 of hearts, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what I stole.
So Josh, there you go. You can throw it on the table. We could use that mechanic as if needed.
Yeah. So it pops up like it just shows me like you had 3 cards. So you can just say, card 1, 2, 3, or whatever, and then
Right,
one
and then
to
we can
steal
steal
it.
it and throw it on
Okay.
the table for you. All right. So yeah, poor Hank. Unless Sharon wants to sacrifice her last card to save you. You mute
My,
all.
Pudding
I think
pudding
I
plum?
would, but my last card isn't. Wait a minute. What do I need to beat? I need.
A Queen of Hearts.
Yeah, I
But
don't have a card that's good enough to
yeah.
beat.
And even
Yeah.
if you did, you would put you vulnerable because you would be out of cards, and then I could target you and automatically kill you, because you didn't have any cards. So yeah, Hank. Let's see how Hank goes. So yeah, you see this desiccated corpse of this, the secretary just like I imagine like she's like in a chair that spins and it's just like slowly spinning and you're just staring like agape in terror, like what the hell just happened? And while all 3 of you are staring at this, desiccated corpse, you don't realize behind you that the sand has been twirling, and it's been
Mm.
twirling up from the ground, and it's giving shape to legs and a body, and then a head, and this head of this jackal creature, um, with like beautiful ornate kind of ancient Egyptian armor, has formed behind you, and you didn't see it, and it reaches over, like um, Sharon was rubbing Hank's head, like but then like after this whole thing with the glass and the sand and all that happened, like Sharon quit rubbing Hank's head, and then you see Anubis's hand come up behind Hank's head and kind of rub it, and then
Not
just
now,
like
Sharon.
yeah, and I'm sure Hank says that, and as he says that, the claws dig in and just like rip backwards, and it kind of like rips your head off like halfway, and
Ah!
yeah, and I imagine the Sharon and Stella turn around and see this just as it happens, and we'll cut to black there.
Oh my god, that's what aliens look like!
I
Awesome.
imagine like Anubis was like quite like he's like large, right? Like what, like 8 feet or something
Yeah,
like that,
like
or
super tall.
okay, nice.
Okay, so let me recall these cards. All right. So Hank is gone, and you are blue. All right. So okay. So let's see. How many people we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 8 characters left. We'll play another scene, and then we'll take like a halfway break. Like a 10-minute halfway break. So Larry, you get to frame a scene
Oh, okay.
and be the killer.
Oh, and be the killer, right? Oh, holy cow. Okay. I think I want a scene in the bowling alley that Billy Bob was so excited about. So yeah. I mean, all hell is broken out like by this point. So I imagine that, yeah, you're in the bowling alley. It's like the emergency lighting has gone on at this point. Like, regular power has been cut off, so like there's these like probably red tinted lights. But everything is sort of like there's no windows, I don't think, in the bowling alley. I think the
Nah,
bowling alley
yeah, I think it's kind of
it's like
recessed.
underground.
Yeah, I think it's recessed. It's
Okay.
not like basement level, but it's like sub basement level, I guess you could say.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So there's no windows. All you got are these like red emergency lights, shadows everywhere. It's very creepy, like screaming of like random people like being horribly dying like in the hallways and whatever rooms. Um, and although the jukebox is still working, like an old-timey jukebox, that's all completely lit up and it's like, I don't know, whatever you guys want to be playing, like some AC/DC. I'm not sure what's good. That's for me, that's bowling alley music, but you guys can choose. Um, yeah, is that enough for the
Yeah,
scene?
that's enough.
Okay.
Paul, you will pick first.
Uh, well, heck. Um, uh, yeah, I'm gonna pick Joel.
Right. Josh.
I think I got to go with Billy Bob.
Billy Bob's got to be in the bowling alley. And no, I'm gonna go with Marjorie. Oh, I forgot. The surviving members of a scene get stars. So
Oh.
Sharon and Stella got stars. I didn't really explain those. Look like Josh, you put them in there maybe.
Yeah.
So what stars are? You get to turn in a card at any point during card resolutions and draw another card, depending on how many stars you have. So it doesn't have to be at the start of the card resolution. It could be at any point in the card resolution. Just say I'm spending my star to draw another card. All right. So oh yeah, so we're in the bowling alley and Marjorie's like totally bitching about like shit going wrong in the kitchen before like she had to flee and come down to the bowling alley. She's like, that damn power. I thought the White House is never supposed to run out of power. The damn freezers are down upstairs. All my pastry, all my pastry dough is gonna go bad.
Oh, that's such a shame, Miss Marjorie.
Yeah, it sucks. The blueberry's gonna go bad. The strawberry's gonna go bad. This is horrible.
Hey, do you know what happened up in the library? I was wandering around, found that staff I had before. You can see it over there next to the jukebox, leaning up against it. But there was like a sand sculpture of a guy. There's another one that was all burned up. And this one guy, I think he might be the president or vice president. I think I'm not sure. Uh, looked like he had choked or something. I don't know. Checked his pulse. There wasn't one.
And there was nobody else around. And did you tell anybody this?
Well, I've been looking for people, but I mean,
Yeah, so Joel shows up at this point. His tie is all undone.
oh hey, you're the guy that put me in the pastries.
He says it's bad. A bunch of the Secret Service guys are dead. They've got me carrying the nuclear football.
Do not put that thing down, Joel.
What's a nuclear football? All I see is a briefcase.
It's all of the launch equipment for the nation's nuclear weaponry.
Joel, please calm down and put that thing down, please.
The guy who was supposed to be carrying it got turned into a sand
Four?
sculpture.
Billy Bob, you know how stupidly clumsy this guy is, all right? That thing that he's holding in his hand can end the world. Does that make sense to you?
It requires
Oh,
multiple
shit.
keys to unlock it. There's no way.
In your hands,
It's
anything
totally
is possible, Joel.
Totally
Oh.
safe.
Well, that guy that I said looked like he choked, I found this key on him.
Oh, Jesus. Billy Bob, take that key and throw it away. Go throw it in the trash can, please.
I'm carrying, and this thing becomes unlatched, and it like flops open, and you can see the console inside of it.
Marjorie screams. She's like, ah! And like kind of runs
A
off.
ham sandwich falls out.
This is great. I don't even have to do anything. Like, you're just going to end the world on your own.
Nino. Didn't know there was nothing like this in the world.
Billy Bob, don't touch anything. Please.
Um,
Can I bowl while we're here?
You
Sure,
can play
sure, Billy
Mario
Bob, do what you
Kart
need.
on this thing.
oh, yeah, go ahead and bowl.
All right, and be prepared to be amazed at my skills. Get some of that like chalk that people sometimes put on their hands. Yeah.
So I'm like standing like 20 feet away from Joel because I don't want to be anywhere near him in this nuclear football, and I'm like, Joel, please tell me there's a way you can communicate with somebody outside. Your Secret Service, you have to know this shit, right?
I know Morse code.
Can we use Morse code? Contact outside?
Sure.
Like how?
Oh, I know me some Morse code.
Well, we could send up flares or smoke signals.
Oh, I know how to make me some good fire to get you a good smoke signal.
So that means we would have to get to the roof, right?
Sure, we could start a fire on the roof.
That is an excellent idea, Joel. But I don't want you starting a fire because you will burn the whole damn place down.
Well, Miss Marjorie, I'll be happy to do it for you.
Billy Bob, I would be glad to have you do anything over Joel. I don't want him touching anything. I don't even want him pulling his gun out.
As we're talking, you hear the pins get struck. Get a strike.
Ah, finally. Okay. So as the pins like sort of like clatter right to the to the floor, and it's that noise, but after that the din of that noise dies down, like there's this odd like other noise that begins to grow. You can even hear it over the AC/DC music playing in the background. It's like this kind of like skittering, or like little legs or something like that skittering on the wood floor. And then all of a sudden, like from the recesses of like where the pins are, right? Like this, like just a fucking like army of these like giant, like each one is like the size of your fist or something. These like beetles or scarabs, pour forth,
All right, so
and are like just
I'm shrieking and swatting at them with the football, which does a great job of crushing them, by the way.
I just started rolling grabbing bowling balls and rolling them at them.
Nice. Marjorie's just like screaming and standing on a table.
Oh God, it's awesome. Yeah. So you're trying to like, you're swatting and batting, and you're actually doing like not a bad job, but then they kind of like rise up like almost like a wave, and form into like this like a giant hand, and it's going to come down and try to smash. Let's see.
Okay,
I
so
think we're
at this
going.
point,
Oh,
Larry, we're just gonna go to
yeah.
cards, and then we'll do the resolving, and then you could decide who or how it plays
Oh, who
out.
I want it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So
Oh, I
you
can't
could
do any of
stop.
this.
Yeah, you can stop with the hand coming out of the ground if you want, but we'll
Oh, yeah, I'll
just
stop there then.
okay. We'll just go to the cards then. If you're gonna start targeting. All right, so I'll deal the cards. Larry, how many are you getting?
So Billy Bob was totally trying to make friends with Miss Marjorie.
Oh yeah, I'll buy it. Because Billy Bob's been trying to make friends with Marjorie since the beginning. All right, so Billy Bob. All right, so that means Billy Bob will get 3 cards.
Yeah.
Paul, how many is Joel getting? 2?
Joel gets 2.
Oops. And then Marjorie gets 3. All right. So you just want me to flip a card over for you, Larry? Just tell us who you're targeting,
Uh,
and then I'll flip a card from the deck onto the table. Or you can
okay.
try it if you want, but
So
I think.
it
Oh, go ahead.
shows that you dealt me 2, but when
Mhm.
I click on them, I only see 1 in the pop-up.
yeah, for some reason I was having that problem last week. Let me just give you another one. All right, you have 2 now, Paul.
I do have 2 now.
Okay. Yeah, for some reason it was doing that last week as well.
Weird.
Okay, I think. All right, let's see. Rolling balls, swatting. I think. I think I'm going to go after Billy Bob. This would be an
Okay.
appropriate resting place for Billy Bob.
All right, so let me flip over this card here, and then we'll see what Billy Bob has to beat. Ouch. Queen of Spades.
Oh, damn.
Queen of
Ooh,
Hearts.
there it is. All right, so you're gonna have to target somebody else, Larry, or you can target everybody. Up to you.
I think next up is Joel. He's also frontline fighting against the oncoming scarabs.
All right, Joel, you have to beat. Where'd he go? Nowhere. Disappeared. Queen of Hearts.
Damn.
Really? What? What was this? What was the order for beating that? What suit? If I have it.
It goes diamonds, hearts, spades, clubs. That's the trump order.
So red beats black.
Red beats black, and the way they explain it in the rule book is bloody beats black, stabby beats round.
I see. Well, I cannot beat that.
Well, unfortunately, Joel doesn't have any friendships where we could help him out in this scene.
Oh my God, I just killed Joel.
But yeah, so Larry, take it away. Narrate how the clumsy Secret Service agent meets his demise.
Yeah, I think the scarabs form into like this like giant hand, and then it just like just slap like from the top, just slaps him down, and he's just like crushed. You know, you don't even. He's like a pancake, a bloody splotch on the whatchamacallit, the bowling alley floor there.
Nice. I think Marjorie kind of like she was standing on the table like trying to get away from these scarabs, and she looks down at this bloody splotch on the ground, and I imagine like she gets visions of those, maybe even the blood like makes that hieroglyphics like she had done with the pastries.
Ah,
She kind of
nice.
sees that down there.
And then I guess, and then the scarabs kind of like disperse into like all kinds of directions, and yeah.
It's the exact same order of hieroglyphics as the pastries that were next to Joel on the ground.
Nice. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. That's good. Sweet. All right. So
Another one bites the dust.
yeah,
Oh,
who
that's
gets...
that's the song that was playing.
There you go. There you go. So Marjorie and Billy Bob get stars. And Joel is gone. Let me recall. All right. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take like a halftime break. 10 minutes. The second half shouldn't take as long as the first half because we were doing character creation and all that. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take 10 minutes. It's 50 till my time, so top of the hour we'll be back. Is that cool?
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right, so we'll hop back into this. Paul, you get to frame the scene and be the killer.
All right. Well, you know what? I think what makes sense is that, regardless of who's in the scene, I think it's pretty clear that people are figuring out they need to get to the roof. And, they figured it out in the bowling alley, and probably, other groups of people maybe figured that out too. So we'll just put it on the roof and see where it goes.
Okay. Josh, you pick first, then me, then Larry.
I won't go with Janet.
All right. Let's go with Sharon. I'll play Sharon.
Bah. Okay. Janet, Sharon. Who would it make sense to be up there with those two? Well, I guess I have to reprise my role as Johnny because I feel like Johnny is just gonna like follow Janet around like a puppy dog.
All right, Johnny. Okay, so we're on the roof. So Sharon's like looking out like past the lawn. I'm sure it's nighttime, and like she's looking out past the gates. Is there like anybody out there, or like on the other side?
Right. She can look out over the. Yeah, I think there's probably some sort of. This is before they set up all the security on Pennsylvania Avenue and everything like that. If it's in the 80s, Pennsylvania Avenue is wide open, and the mall, the park on the other side is wide open. So I don't know. I mean, I think there's journalists out there and military, and it's just everything. The place is surrounded by film crews and tanks.
Oh yeah. So Sharon would be up there and she'd be waving her arms. She's like, "Hey!" Screaming at him. The military's here. The military's gonna save us.
Sharon, my God, what is going on? I don't know what's happening.
The military's here to save us.
Yes, but what's been going on? This doesn't make any sense. Have you seen Floyd anywhere?
Janet, I have not seen Floyd anywhere. And sorry, I haven't been keeping an eye on him. But listen, like something terrible happened. I don't know where Robert is. I don't know where the freaking president of the United States is. The freaking president of the United States is trapped in the White House, and the military is sitting out there. Why aren't they breaking through?
don't know. This is just so terrifying. I I mean, I don't know what's going on.
I'll
There's
tell you what's going on. It's the story of the century is what's going on. I'm like, frantically, like, scribbling in my pad. Like, this is a once in a lifetime. This is going to make my career.
no, Johnny, not right now. This is not. It doesn't matter. We've got to figure out how to get out of here. Sharon? Where did you last see your husband?
He was in the Oval Office, and then Hank's head got tore off right in front of me.
Oh my God, are you okay?
Yes, but I don't know where my husband's at. But Hank's dead.
How did his head just get torn off?
There was this thing. Like, it has to be like some kind of Egyptian, like, voodoo.
So, all right. So at this point, I think, the door to the roof opens up, and out onto the roof steps Floyd Cresswell, the Vice President of the United States, and he's got the same scepter from earlier in the movie, and he looks like Floyd, but he also looks kind of maybe his skin looks a little gray, maybe. His eyes are very piercing looking.
Oh, thank God, Floyd, you're here.
Oh my God, it's the vice president. This is my big chance. Mr. Vice
Hold on,
President,
hold on.
boxers or briefs.
So like I'm like warning him. I'm like, hold on, you two, hold on, don't. There's something off about it.
I don't
Vice
know
President,
what you're-
Vice President, are you okay?
Floyd, he's right. You do look a little ashy.
This is the
I'm trying to
beginning of a
elbow my
new
way.
era in America.
Hold on, you can't
So
just.
does that mean President Mills is dead and you're president now?
No, wait a minute. I think he's talking about boxer briefs. Is that what you're saying? This is going to take. Is that the new thing?
I think we should just go to cards at this point and see what kind of damage the vice president lays down at this point.
All right. Or any relationships formed in that short scene?
I think maybe Janet and Sharon being friends, if anything.
Yeah, I'd give it that.
I don't think Johnny's just obsessed with his story.
This
So
story.
not here to make friends.
All right, so Johnny gets 3 cards. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I drew an ace on accident. Let me recall these and shuffle again. I wish Roll20 was so much user friendly. All right, Johnny gets 3. How many does Janet get?
3.
And Sharon gets 3 as well.
You've got a star.
All right.
So, I think the first thing that Floyd does is he points that scepter out across the lawn and he blows up a tank
Nice.
first, and then he turns around onto the roof.
My God, Floyd, what are you doing?
Okay, so what I do is I deal a card, or no, wait, I pick who he's gonna, and then I deal a card, right?
Yeah. Well,
Um,
yeah, you just throw it on the table. The card you're.
Right, I have to pick who though, right? Or do I pick who first and then
Yeah,
deal
you
it, or
could
do
pick
I?
one character, or you could pick us all.
Right. Um, uh, uh, yeah, he's gonna pick Johnny the journalist. Um, well, no, I think he's gonna pick. I think he's gonna pick Sharon.
Okay.
I think he's gonna pick Sharon. Oops. Right. 4 clubs. Beat that, Sharon.
Aaron's got that one. With the 5 of clubs.
Okay. Okay, I guess it's gonna be Janet. 5 of diamonds. All right.
No, king.
Yeah.
All right, here comes Johnny. Queen
Oh,
of spades.
That's okay. I think I can. Oh shit! Does somebody want to steal my card?
Which one is it?
The first one on the left.
Maybe this will do it.
It's
Hold on.
the.
I can't even open your hand for some reason.
Oh,
Yeah, I
real?
can't either.
Oh no!
No.
It's not giving me the option that it gave me before.
Here, you want me to try and steal it? Oh, I can't open your hand either.
Yeah, that's weird.
Hmm.
All right, we'll just take your word for it, Larry. What you got?
Sorry, it's a queen of diamonds. Does that beats it, right?
Yes, Queen of Diamonds does beat it.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Who's he gonna go for? Well, so now we can go back to anybody, or you could do everybody, right?
Yeah, you can do everybody, or you can pick a specific person. You just can't pick Johnny specifically because you just targeted him.
I see. Let's go with Janet again. Jack of spades.
Yeah, I got nothing that beats it.
Yeah, I don't have anything that can help you either. So it looks like Janet it is.
It makes so much sense.
Yeah, of course. Kills his own.
Yeah,
business.
so yeah, I mean he just says, Janet, I want to tell you about the new era in America. It's going to be wonderful. But you're not going to be in it. And he plunges the staff into her chest and just, gores her, and how we got to figure out how to end this, though. I mean, he's still around, he how do we end the scene?
I can imagine that like Sharon's just like, what the hell, Floyd? After he stabs Janet, and like she just grabs Johnny and like just starts running back, towards downstairs, and then I don't know how Floyd reacts. Maybe he's still blowing up tanks and shit.
Yeah, right.
I think like you see, Janet like had her hand on his face and just, I loved you, Floyd. Yeah.
Oh, so tragic.
Right. I'm
John
sorry,
is still
Janet.
Franklin.
I needed to recharge the staff.
Ah.
Nice. All right. So where are we at now? Okay. This one. Okay, so we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so when we get down to 3 player characters, it's the last scene of the game. Just to let you know. All right, so in this scene, Josh, you are the killer.
All right. Let's see. I'm thinking maybe everyone's gone to like the Secret Service's, kind of room that they work out of. Thinking maybe they're weapons or something to fight back with, but they're not that they know what they're fighting against.
All right, so, well, damn, both of our Secret Service agents are dead. I can't pick one of them. All right. You know what? I think Billy Bob and the Secret Service surrounded by weapons is great, so I'm gonna pick Billy Bob. Larry, you're next.
I think I guess I'll try my hand at Marjorie. Yeah.
All right. Paul.
I'll pick Sharon.
All right. Okay. So, damn, look at all these guns. Wish I had all these guns in my house.
Yeah, so Sharon, after all that torn, after all the broken glass and everything in the previous scene, in the very next frame, after all that broken glass, the very next frame, mysteriously the sleeves of her shirt had been torn off, so she is wearing like it's like she's wearing a sleeveless blouse now. And with all the guns in here, I guess she's arming herself with a handgun.
First Lady
Like,
Mills.
I just saw the Vice President of the United States kill his mistress. And there's, that's not that's not the America that I, swore my allegiance to. We're gonna have to fight for what's right. She arms herself with it.
That's right, Mrs. Mills. I didn't vote for your husband. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. But yeah, right to bear arms. Yeah, let's get locked and loaded.
And at that moment, like you hear that cha-chink, and like Marjorie is just like picked up some big old shotgun, and she's She probably doesn't actually have any like gun experience, but she's pissed off right now. It's like, you think you've got problems, lady? I got pastry dough rotting in a freezer right now, okay? These people, whoever they are like disrupting everything, and I think it's time that we strike back.
That's right. We got a vice president to kill.
All right, I'm pumped. Let's go find this SOB.
So like Billy Bob's got like every pocket that he can filled with, a handgun or bullets, and he's probably carrying the biggest gun he could find there. Like, not even knowing if he can handle it. Just
Yeah, so we can go, we're going down the hallway. We're we're armed and ready to
yeah.
kill.
So y'all ladies stay behind me, and I'm like struggling to carry this big ass gun.
So
Whatever, I'm muscling ahead. I'm not going to put up with that.
okay, I'm ready. Who's in the back?
I just muscled ahead, so.
Yeah, probably Sharon.
Yeah, I imagine Sharon.
She's gonna end up being the first one I go for. But
So are we going to cards?
yeah,
Okay. Larry, how many cards you getting?
Oh, I'm getting 3.
And Paul, how many cards you getting?
So Sharon still has a relationship to Hank, even though Hank is dead. Does she get a card for that?
Yep.
Okay, so she gets 3.
All right. And Billy Bob gets 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. So everybody's got stars. Sharon, you have 2 stars. So at any point you can trade in a card and draw a new one.
Okay.
yeah. So you're feeling like that wind coming through, pelted by sand again, and behind you, it's kind of walking along behind you. That sand, body forming out of the sand, but this time it's actually it's Janet that's forming behind y'all. And yeah, since Sharon's on the back, she's got the staff. She's going after Sharon first.
Okay.
And let's see. Got a 5 of diamonds.
Okay. I will beat that with a 7 of clubs.
And I am going to go after Marjorie. And that is 8 of clubs.
Ha! Let's see if this thing works. And it doesn't. Okay. You guys have to trust me. I got a 10 of diamonds that I will play to counteract that.
I might be able to steal your card. I can actually see your hand now. Which one is it?
The third on the right, or the rightmost one.
I think you are trying to steal it from my hand.
Oh, I don't want to steal it from your hand.
Yeah, I can't open Larry's hand either, so.
Yeah, I guess I can't open Larry's hand.
Yeah, I think for some reason when you try to drag it, Larry, it like bugs out your hand on roll 20.
Weird. All right. So
Which is
which one's
so I'm going to go after everyone on this one.
Okay.
Oh, that should be easy. 2 clubs, or sorry, 2 spades.
I will beat that with a 3 of hearts.
And I beat it with. Wait, I can't beat it with a 3 of clubs. Let me put that back in my hand. Actually, you know what? I'll just trade that in. I'll use my star to trade that in.
Why can't you beat it with a 3?
Because
You could-
spades beats clubs.
Stabby
But
beats
it's,
round.
he played a 2 though.
Oh, he did play it too. Okay, so I won't trade it in then.
Yeah, I have a 3 of diamonds.
I love how everybody had 3s to beat a 2. That's great.
Nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna go after Sharon again.
Oh,
Ooh, Ace of Hearts.
that's rough. I'm gonna have to.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna have to use one of my stars to. The odds of me beating that though, I have to draw an ace, right?
You have to draw the ace of
Yeah.
diamonds specifically to beat that.
Yeah,
Billy
I can do it.
Yep.
I might as well burn both of my
Yeah,
stars and try and do it, right?
yeah,
There's
you
no reason not to.
You can draw both.
All right. I did not with that. That was a 10 of hearts. And there's a 2 of
Oh.
hearts.
Uh,
Sharon's dead.
yeah, so I think Sharon feels like a hand on her shoulder and turns around to be face to face with Janet. What's her last words before?
Um, I mean, Sharon's a tough cookie. I think, Sharon, Sharon puts her gun in, Janet's face and says, "I saw you die. I'll see you die again." And, pulls the trigger a few times, before Janet kills her.
I think you hear like that like weird scream roar thing from like the Mummy movies. The face just kind of like the mouth opens up like way too big, and you just see like Sharon kind of decomposing into like sand or whatever as Janet like sucks in her soul or
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Nice. All right, so we are down to 4 characters, which means,
More scenes.
yep, after this scene, there'll be 3 characters left, and that'll be the last scene. So,
There could be less than 3.
well, usually I like to try to keep it 3, so everybody gets to play that last one.
Yeah.
All right.
So I do want to know
Actually,
What
there's
were-
5 left, so we got 3 more scenes left.
what was Billy Bob and Marjorie's reaction to what just happened at the end.
I think Billy Bob would like just opens up with that big ass gun. And, and like, since Marjorie was in front of him when they turned around, now Marjorie was behind him. So he just starts like unloading with this giant gun that's like supposed to be mounted on a vehicle and not be held in your hands while you fired it. And it's just like it just blasts them both like way down the hallway.
Nice. I can't really top that one, so I think I'm just gonna run.
All right, so let's see. Okay. This scene is in the basement of the White House. It was obviously the roof didn't work. So perhaps the basement will lead away to a tunnel or something. We've all heard the rumors of tunnels that lead to the White House. So, yeah, this is gonna be the basement and trying to find a way out through the basement. So we go Larry, Paul, then Josh.
Okay. Mm, I think I will take. I think I'll take a turn as Billy Bob.
Right.
I will do. Um, I guess I'll do Johnny the journalist.
I guess I'll go with Marjorie.
All right. So you're in the dark underbelly of the White House. There's no lights. Take it away.
I get my Zippo out, and I'm gonna be trying to light the passageway with my Zippo lighter. Goddamn, it's dark in here.
I think I've still got that gun or whatever, and I'm just like, Billy Bob, what the hell happened back there? What was that thing? Sure as hell wasn't that press secretary lady.
I have no idea.
I've read about this. There are all kind of tunnels underneath the White House. They go out to the. You can get to Congress. You can get to. You can get to the National Mall. To the. I think we found one of the tunnels here, and we can get out.
Then we should go get a cooler and save as many of my pastries as possible. Bring them with us to put in the freezer at the next Congress or wherever we end up going.
Oh, don't you worry about that, Ms. Marjorie. I got a whole bunch of them stashed away in my pockets.
Like
You really like my pockets are filled with shotgun shells and pastries.
just like slaps him across the face. Like, did I tell you you could take some pastries?
I was trying to save them. Each one is like a little work of art.
That's not how you carry a pastry. God damn it!
Well, I didn't have any Tupperware on me. We're in a crisis mode here. Can't you see that?
Well, at least there'll be a few.
So you start
There you go.
walking down this tunnel, right? And like you could kind of see a light towards the end of it. And the light, like you can't tell if it just turned off or if it got covered up, but you hear that skittering down there towards the end of the tunnel.
Oh god!
Oh shit! I've heard that. I've heard that skittering noise before. This is not good.
Not like Joel. Can't go out like that.
Let's see. If it's those bugs again, then maybe we can.
Your bowling ball worked pretty good last time.
I don't have any bowling balls. We need some fuel. We can set the hallway on fire. I bet the bugs can't get through fire. I got my Zippo here. I just need some fuel.
I have
Well,
a copy of Teen Vogue.
That's better than nothing. Give it here. I set it on fire. Okay, we got a torch now.
So like you got a torch and like it kind of lights the area around you a bit, and you notice there's like a real thin line running up the wall, and you could read on it. It says gas.
says what?
It says gas.
Gas?
Yeah.
Oh god!
Hmm.
Put that
There's a
out!
gas
Put
on.
that out quick!
And the skittering's getting louder and closer.
All
Put
right.
that out, or you're gonna blow us all up. I bet these are the gas lines that go to the kitchen.
All right, so I just fling the burning Teen Vogue magazine like in the direction of the skittering noise, and
Yeah.
do I see anything? Like, can I see the bugs or anything,
Oh
or
yeah,
can I see
you
the
see
little
the bugs.
glistening
It's
eyes?
like it's like almost like water running down a pipe as these bugs coming up this tunnel. Um,
Okay.
it's like just totally clogged with these scarabs, and they're coming through. Um, so yeah, let's go to cards. All right, Larry, how many cards you get?
I get three, please. Or yeah, three.
And Paul?
3.
Josh.
3.
Nice. Oops. Damn it, how come every time I draw, it draws an ace? That's fine. That'll help you all out. You don't have to play against the ace of spades. Alright, it's 3. Josh. Okay. So yeah, these bugs are coming down this this tunnel. Yeah, I think first I'm just gonna go ahead and target everybody. So you all have to beat a 5 of spades.
All right, I have a 5 of hearts I'm gonna use for that.
Okay.
8 of hearts.
8 of
Jack
hearts.
of spades.
Jack of spades. Okay. So I'm gonna go after who threw the magazine? Billy Bob? Yeah, Billy Bob threw that magazine down there. That burning teen Vogue magazine. Billy Bob,
Bring it on.
you gotta beat 7 of spades.
I have a 9 of spades.
Alright. Let's go to Marjorie. Marjorie, you had to beat 7 of diamonds.
King of hearts.
Very nice. Alright. You know what? I'm just gonna target everybody again. Everybody's gotta beat 6 of hearts.
And I can't beat that.
Alright, what about
I
you,
got a
Larry?
queen of diamonds.
And Paul?
Billy Bob, help me out.
Oh, I guess I could sacrifice myself. Oh,
No,
interesting.
don't do that.
Yeah, that is a choice you can make. You can use your last card if you want to sacrifice it for a friendship or save yourself.
I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys
No,
like Billy Bob
it's
too much? Want to keep him around?
that's your choice. It's your choice.
It's my choice. Oh no.
It's your choice only. Now,
Wait, you're playing
now
Marjorie?
to go along with the spirit of the game, you do want to try to win for your own sake. But if you think it's gonna make the
Right.
story better, you can sacrifice yourself. Paul, can you beat that card?
I guess I'll keep it.
I played a 9 of clubs, so I did beat
Okay,
it.
cool.
And I have an extra 1, and I have a friendship with Billy Bob, so I could give Billy Bob another card to keep him around.
Yeah, in essence, but also everybody will be out of cards, and that'll make the killer be able to pick who goes away.
Right.
You can do that if you want me to choose. If Larry can save Marjorie and you can save Billy Bob, then it'll move on. Now I'll get to pick. Or you could just watch Marjorie go.
I think it's Marjorie's time.
Are you gonna let Marjorie go, or y'all gonna do the round robin thing?
Yeah, there's no. I mean, if Larry's gonna let Marjorie go, there's nothing that I can do.
Right. Yeah,
at that point.
it's ultimately Larry's choice.
It's Larry's choice, really. If
Okay.
he's going to save Marjorie, I can save Larry. I can save Billy Bob. But
Right. All right.
but if you
So
don't,
Marjorie, sweet pastry Marjorie. All right. So yeah, these bugs are flowing down the hall, right? But the thing is like, as Billy Bob throws that that magazine, it it but the majority of it went
T-Vogue.
down the tunnel to where you could see the bugs coming. But like there was like a piece that had like still some of the pastry cream on it, that Billy Bob had all over him. Um, and it kind of like stuck just up under that gas line, and it like kind of pierces the gas line somehow. This can't be horror, and a freaking stream of just jet, like flame just totally engulfs you in flame, and you catch fire, and Marjorie goes running down the tunnel, on fire, not knowing what to do, and it kind of holds the scarabs back for Johnny and Billy Bob to kind of get away.
Oh my God, that's traumatizing.
So Marjorie.
Yeah, I know what a pastry feels like in the oven.
All right. Excellent.
I think like before I completely flee, I put Marjorie out of her, no, maybe not. I put her out of her misery. I got fire around into her.
Oh God.
A mercy killing.
Oh man, that's rough.
Dang, I totally forgot to use my stars.
Oh yeah, don't forget your stars.
Oh well, too late now.
All right, so we are down to 4. So this is the penultimate scene.
And now
Larry.
Billy Bob is a porn star.
Yep, Larry, you get to frame the scene and be the killer.
Oh right, dang. Okay. So I think I think that was like the end of the whole escape through the tunnel thing. Right, so it's flooded with scarabs, these living scarabs. So I think out of desperation at this point, like you've emerged back above ground, and like you're just making like a mad dash towards like the perimeter, like the fence. And I imagine this is like, what time of day is it? I think it's like nighttime, so it's dark outside, and like there's all these, well, there's like sort of like the smoldering wreck of that one tank that got blown up by the vice president. But there's like all these like, these like giant like not spotlights exactly, but they have like almost like football stadium lights, right, to like light up everything. So it's like that sort of like it's just an unnatural white, light everywhere. So it's just weird. It's just very surreal. And yeah, you guys are like just dashing across the lawn.
All right.
That's the thing.
So Paul, Josh, and then me.
oh boy. I'm gonna go with Billy Bob.
Josh, you next.
I think I'm gonna go back to Ashley. So I haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah, we haven't seen Stella in a while either, so I'll play Stella.
Oh yeah, Stella.
All right. So like, yeah, Stella's running. She's like, this is such bullshit. This is all government conspiracy bullshit. I should never be in this damn situation.
Keep your head down, Stella.
Why? What was the military gonna shoot me for knowing too much?
We're we're busting out of here right now. Run, run, run.
Yeah, but how are we supposed to get out?
Still like trying to take as many pictures as I can. Yeah. Like as we're running, I'm actually like trying to switch out to a new roll of film. I'm just like, this is insane.
Yeah,
If we die, at least there will be pictures to tell the world what happened.
What are you talking about, Ashley? There's freaking media everywhere. The whole world can see what's happening to us. This has got to be some kind of sick science experiment run by the damn Illuminati.
But they haven't seen it from our perspective.
Oh, they will. I guarantee. There's cameras watching us all over the place.
We're heroes. We're gonna be heroes.
How are we gonna be? What? We can't even get out of here.
We're getting out of here right now. Run, run, run.
We're just patsies. We can't get past the gates. Look at all
I'm
these dead
running
bodies
for the
around.
fence. I am running.
I can't run in my heels.
I'm beat red. I look like I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm running for the fence. I'm carrying an M16 or whatever I took out of the guy office.
So I think some like rather ominous looking clouds are like gathering. I'm trying to think of a movie that has this effect. Like it's like as if the clouds are like emerging like from like a central point like right above the White House and just kind of like, you know, just flooding out from like this invisible portal or something like that. And yeah, the sky is like starting to turn this like very eerie like yellow. Yeah, and it is like so not even nighttime anymore. Like it seems like some kind of weird in between like dusk kind of like lighting. Just to let you know that's happening right now.
That's what happens when the government spends their money on secret sciences that they should not be touching.
You don't know what you're talking about. I would know if there was something like that.
How would you know? You're just a photographer.
I have to take pictures of everything.
They let you take pictures of their secret experiments?
There are no secret experiments here.
What? What are you talking about? Look at what's happening. This is all the government's fault.
Look,
So
I developed some pictures earlier, and I'm telling you, there was some kind of ghost or spirit inside that I caught with the pictures. Like those pictures of you, Billy Bob, when you're holding that staff, you got like a jackal mask over your face.
With that, like, Stella, like, steps back from Billy Bob.
I break like a hill or whatever, and so you know, throw the hill barefoot now.
Nice. So I think actually that's a good point. Like, you mentioned the jackal head, and like the rest of the sky now has sort of filled in. Not just the sky, but it's like just your entire like 360-degree environment is now this like weird yellow, and it's not just like empty sky now. Like you can actually see like pyramids like off in the distance, and like sand dunes and shit. Like it's you're like in some kind of like a freaking desert. Like, but the desert doesn't really. It starts like right past the perimeter. So like the lawn is still there, but everything past the perimeter of the fence is just like a creepy ass desert. And then
here.
Now where are we gonna go?
And then like the head of Anubis like appears like this like a gigantic, right? Like is it floating in the sky and it's like there is no escape for you. The dawn of whatever the dead has arrived. And like the wind is like whipping up and like yeah, like this sand is like you're being pelted with sand and like electrical bolts, like purplish electrical bolts are like descending from the sky and exploding like whatever shrubbery, I guess, around you. Shrubbery is flying everywhere, and yeah. So now I target everybody. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, how many cards you get?
All right. Billy Bob gets 3 cards.
What is this doing? Stop it. Alright. For some reason it was acting. Here's 1 card. Then Stella gets 3 as Everybody's got stars except for Ashley. Is everybody showing 3 cards in their hand? Because I'm getting that bug too. I'm only showing 2 cards.
I can see 3 on everybody.
If you look at my hand, does it show 3 cards?
Yes, it does.
That's
3
weird.
in there. Yeah.
Because for some reason it's only showing 2 when I open
Weird.
it. Alright. So Larry, you're targeting everybody?
Yes, please.
Alright. We all got a beat. Ooh, Jack. Jack of diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
Bella could beat that with an ace.
Queen of Hearts.
Okay. So lightning strikes around you. No damage yet. I'm going to target. I feel like Ashley's kind of asking for it with this whole photography thing. Yeah, I think we're gonna. Her camera is like a lightning rod.
Just taking pictures throughout all of it.
All right, Ashley, you gotta beat a Jack of Hearts.
Oh.
What?
Jack of Hearts.
So I'll use my King of Diamonds.
All right.
Wah. All right. I think I'm going to target. I'm going to go after Stella now.
All right. Stella has to beat 2.
Ah.
And Stella will do that with a 6.
Okay. Well, I guess out of a sense of fairness, gotta go for Billy Bob now.
All right.
This could be Billy Bob's
Bob.
moment.
You gotta beat a 10 spades.
What's the suit order again? Clubs beat spades?
No, spades beats clubs.
Spades beats clubs.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to have to use my X's then. I will see what I get here. Well, that doesn't work.
Billy Bob's got 3 of them.
I got 3 to go. That'll work.
Mm-hmm.
King of clubs.
Does that empty out your hand?
What's that?
Did that empty your hand?
Did it empty my hand?
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't use the ones in my hand because they were both lower value than the 10 of 10 of spades.
Right. So
So
you
I
have to
just
throw
used
one
2 of
out.
my 3 X's to.
Right.
So I should
You should throw
have
one
one
out.
X left.
Yeah. So you gotta toss a card. Because the
That's the
stars,
what?
you're trading a card.
I'm trading a card?
Yeah, that's how the stars work.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, so oops. So what do I do with the card that I
You would just throw it down on the table somewhere.
okay.
Just disregard it.
I had to do it with 2 cards until I got the queen, so that empties my hand.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Not necessarily, because you trade one, and then you got a card you didn't want. You could trade that one too. So you could keep one card.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
So you would have probably traded the 7. You'd keep the 10.
Yeah, and kept the 10.
All right. So okay. So each of us has one card left. Go ahead, Larry.
Can I put it back in my hand? I can't.
Okay. Well, Anubis like snarls in frustration that he hasn't killed anybody yet. So, yeah, like, 'cause then like he lets out like this jackal howl and more lightning. Everyone's getting targeted.
So it comes down to this. We all gotta beat 8.
I've got 10, so
Ashley's dead.
Yeah. And I had an ace in the hole, so
Ah. All right. So then Ashley it is with the camera. Like I imagine Ashley is like oh my God, these are amazing photos. Like, this crazy purple lightning, and then right, she like got the camera up to her face, and the
Like,
bolt
goes right
like
to the camera.
yeah, and like her whole body like lights up, like you can sort of like see her skeleton.
oh nice.
Classic.
And then on the ground, smoldering, the end of Ashley.
All right. So okay. All right. So oh yeah, just to explain, like when you use stars, you don't actually spend them. It's just a counter of how many times you can flip out cards. So it's like a cumulative gain. But Billy Bob's been played a lot. That's why he has so many stars. So I added.
so
back.
they're. Oh, you added them back?
Yeah, I added them back. You don't actually like
Okay.
spend them. It's just to show
I
you
see.
can switch out that many
So
times.
so that means he could do it 4 times on
Yeah.
the next scene in order to
Yeah.
keep
Billy
himself
Bob
alive.
is now a very powerful character in this game because he's been played so much. Basically, the more a character gets played, they could become pretty versatile and survive. So, yeah.
Oh, we forgot to ask if they established any relationships in that last one. But I
Yeah.
don't think maybe they didn't.
I didn't really see it unless you say it's friendship, because of the terror. Friendship in a stressful situation. I guess it could have been. So we are down to our last 3 characters, which makes this the final scene of the game. One of these characters is going to be the final girl. It's going to be the survivor. So in this scene, we will kill off 2 characters, and 1 will remain. So Paul, you get to be the killer.
Okay.
Frame the scene.
So I think all this explosions and everything like this, I think it blows the fence and the gates and everything down. And this scene takes place out in the desert out in front of the White House.
Nice.
Josh, who are you gonna play?
I think I want to take Billy Bob.
Everybody's favorite. No, what? I'm gonna stick with Stella. I like the conspiracy theorist. I don't even have to change the color. So Larry, that means you're Johnny again.
Okay.
And now for the final scene to see who survives.
Yeah.
No, this isn't real. This is some kind of mind-altering device. There's no way that you can move the White House into the middle of a desert. It's impossible.
I don't know nothing about no devices, but it seems like we definitely over there in Egypt. So I don't know. Let's head towards those pyramids. Seems like good cover.
Are you
I
serious?
think Johnny is just like completely out of it. He's just like muttering to himself, boxers or briefs, boxers or briefs.
Are you serious? There's no way we're getting out of this. We are so fucked.
Yeah. Billy Ballard's kind of sniffing. Johnny, you need new boxers or briefs?
I hear you say the words boxers or briefs, and I kind of like, it piques my interest for a second, but then I'm like back into my stupor, like boxers or briefs.
No,
So I think the presidential helicopter, you can hear it, choppering overhead and, coming your way across the sky.
you hear that? It's a freaking helicopter. And like,
This guy like pull out like a flare gun that I'd gotten in that room and like fire it up, like come on, we're down here.
what are you waving at? I don't see anything. I just hear it.
There's gotta be close by if we can
You can
hear
see
it.
it. It's you can see it. The sky is all lit up and yellow and eerie, so you can see it. You can see Vice President Floyd hanging out of the side of the helicopter
Oh no.
with the Egyptian staff.
Oh no.
Costello's like, look, it's the vice president. Wait, what is he holding?
Hey, that's that staff I had. Ain't it, Johnny?
Boxer briefs, boxer briefs, and I'm just booking it now, just
What? Why is he running?
fleeing in terror.
The vice president isn't here to save us. Why is it? What? I'm so confused.
Yeah, so the helicopter's going to swoop down. I don't know. We can go to the cards, I guess.
All right. Freaking vice president. All right. Barry, how many cards you getting?
I get 3.
And Josh.
3.
And I get 3 as well.
Oh, suck.
What? Danny ran
All
out of
right, ready?
cards. Hold on, I get one more card. For some reason, it said it ran out of cards. I had to shuffle the deck.
Oh yeah.
Another card. Okay.
Oh yeah, I only have 2.
You only have 2, Barry?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that damn bug. Showing you 3, but... All right.
Okay.
So he's shouting, it's the beginning of a new day in America. And he's targeting all of you.
All right.
Beat the 8 of clubs.
Okay, so I want to use one of my X's.
Yeah, I'm going to use one as well. Rid of that too.
I'll use that.
I have a 9 of spades that I use.
I'm going to use my other X. Okay, that's better. All right. 10.
Okay. All right, he's going to target he's going to target Johnny. We need somebody to tell the story. We need somebody to tell the story. King of Spades.
Oh Lord.
Oh, damn. So I got 2 X's. I have a 3 of spades that I'm going to trade out. Could someone draw me a card, please?
Sure.
Did something happen?
Yeah, I gave you a
Yeah.
card. Did it not show up in your?
Oh, there it is. Sorry. Oh, shit. That's not good. Okay, so then can I trade in my remaining card?
Yeah. How many cards you got total?
Well, I already used I used 1 card, then I traded in another, and then I have 1 more card from that.
So you have 2
You
cards.
still
You should
have
have
2
cards.
total.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I have 2 cards. You're right. Yeah.
So just keep track of what you got
Um,
because you're building up cards in your hand because
You got 1 more X though, so you
Yeah.
can trade in one of them.
Okay.
So you
so
know what 2 cards
then-
you have, right, Larry?
I do know which 2 cards I have,
Okay.
and I'm going to trade in. Okay, I'm going to trade in a 3 of clubs that I got just now.
All right. So this is gonna be your new one.
Ah, King of Diamonds.
There you go.
All right, I play that.
All right. The vice president is now going to target Billy Bob, I guess.
All right.
Beat a what is that? A 6 of clubs? Boy, that's tiny on my screen. Can't tell if it's a 6 or an 8.
This one here that I'm moving around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's a 6 of clubs. So I'll go my 6 of spades. Oh, yeah. So that's 20. So it wins.
Okay. Target everybody. That's a 5 of clubs.
Okay. Oh, this is my 6 of diamonds.
Yeah, I got a 9 of diamonds, which is my last card.
Oh, no kidding. All right, I guess we're gonna target Stella. Jack of hearts.
All right. I can beat that. So here's the thing. We are all out of cards. You need to kill 2 people in this scene. So you get to pick since we are all out of cards. Which 2 are gonna die?
So what would have happened if I had successfully killed 1 person? How would we? What would
We would have just kept
you know,
going with the cards until another
until we
person
killed
died.
another? Okay. So now I just have to pick, huh?
Yeah, you get to pick who the final survivor is, because by picking 2, or we could do it randomly
Yeah.
if you want. We could each draw a card and.
No, I think I sort of like the idea of the conspiracy theorist being the one that survives. So I think Billy Bob's in a good position to have a heart attack.
He's just firing that M16 at him.
Yeah, and
He does have like very unhealthy eating habits. We've established that.
right. And I think the vice president wants a journalist to document the coming of the new age in America. But Johnny is fake news and
What? Teen Vogue.
It's hard hitting.
So I think he the helicopter sweeps around and the vice president burns Johnny to the ground with a blast from the with the Egyptian staff.
Is that his battle
You know.
cry? Is like fake news or?
Nobody reads Teen Vogue.
Oh no. Johnny's last expression is like totally crushed.
And Billy Bob has his heart attack. And Stella.
No way out fighting.
Okay, so here's the thing. Don't narrate what happens with Stella yet. Yeah,
How to end it, right? And
Yeah,
then
so
Stella has
so
to-
here's how we go. Here's how we move on. So Billy Bob's dead by heart attack, and Larry just got blasted. So now we count up. Let's go ahead and draw the X's here for who died. All right, so Billy Bob died, red, and then Johnny died was blue. So we count up who had the most characters die under their color.
Looks like it was me.
Yeah, you had 4, 3, yep. So Josh had the most characters die under his play, so he gets to narrate the ending of the movie, the final scene of Stella and the Anubis / vice president.
So let's see. I think the ending is just this horrible, like, Stella is, like freaking out. She turns and, you can still see, like, the White House and the lawn. And you see the lawn actually, like, opens up and the president actually flies out on a giant eagle. Goes and, like, it's just this, like, ending of just the freeze frame of them, like, clashing.
Wow.
Stella's just like, I knew it!
Excellent, excellent. Yes, so that is the final girl. That was
Nice.
our campy B movie. Dead Presidents. I called it Dead Presidents. I imagine people were gonna shapeshift more into presidents during this game, but I think we did well with Anubis shapeshifting into the characters. That was pretty good. I like that. So real quick before we take off, I'm gonna do a quick roses and thorns. Anything you liked, anything you didn't like about the system, the way I run it, Roll20, either or. First off, I'd like to start off by giving roses to each of you. Y'all were great this game. Y'all did really well building on story, building off everybody's narrations. I love that. Rose to you, Paul, for jumping in late when we had a dropout. I really appreciate that. So anybody else can jump in.
I had a lot of fun. Everyone did great with, playing the various characters, and I am a little sad Billy Bob died. I wanted him to.
I was so sure he was going to be the final girl.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, Larry was like, oh, yeah, I'm creating this guy, Billy Bob. We know he's going to die. And he made it all the way through the movie and was in the most scenes.
You made it to the semifinals. Yeah, this is respectable.
Yeah, he's good. He was a true hero.
Yeah, I mean, I had a really great time. Everybody did like very creative, and I mean, yeah, that's what I really like about playing games is like to being surprised by other people's imaginations, and you guys came up with shit that I would never thought of. So that's just that really does it for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the three of you did really well tying in stuff from earlier in the game just to bring it back up and keeping your characterizations going with those damn boxer briefs and pastries and all the crazy shit that went on in this game. So
Yeah, there's there's more to it than we really dug into. We never really used rivalries or screwing to mess each other over.
That's true.
You
Well,
played it a lot. Does
yeah.
that come up a lot? Or?
yeah, well, see, we kind of were real light on the relationships. Most games, you really just try to push relationships and get relationships out there, and get those rivalries and friendships. Because usually, when you get towards end game, your characters will have like 5 cards to start with, around there. I think there was a couple issues this game with, which kind of slowed that down. Number one, you had a lot of repeat characters in scenes that didn't have like rivalry or screwing relationships with another character in that scene. There was a couple characters that were left out of quite a few scenes. Yeah, so sometimes it's real easy to push relationships, but the core of the game, both players have to agree that that's a relationship that was set in premise. But yeah, when you have a game with a lot of relationships and the killer flips over a card, says I'm targeting your character and you got to beat a 7, and they're like, oh yeah, I got that, and they throw an 8 down, and then somebody's like, oh yeah, well screw you, you got to beat a king now. They throw a king on top of that, so you got to beat a king, and you're screwed.
Yeah, there was a lot more of that in last week's game.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's possible, if there's a character that I'm not that interested in, that I wouldn't mind seeing dead, I could play that character in a scene and just play a low card, and that character would end up dead if they were targeted.
Well, you have to play in the spirit of winning. So
Yeah.
as you're playing a character, if the killer throws down a king and you have an ace, you should throw down the ace. You don't want to sacrifice the character you're playing. That's not something you do.
Yeah.
But
So it's more of like if you wanted, so you don't like this character. Okay, somebody picked that character. So pick a character that's not their friend or whatever, and like,
Right. Use the rivalry
make a rivalry, make
a
a doing one of those two, and then you can try and get that character killed. But
yeah,
you could even pick that character in a scene and purposely try to give them a rivalry with somebody else, and then hopefully, you get to flip flop it around. You get to play the other character and then try to screw over that character.
I can see that. Yeah, there's it's interesting. Not a lot of RPGs have a sort of good sportsmanship, culture to them, but that sort of falls into that category, of good sportsmanship. Don't get a character killed this way, but it's perfectly acceptable to try and get a character killed this other way.
Yeah.
By creating a rivalry and hoping that somebody's gonna put the whammy on you.
Right. They want basically I think the premise that he tries to build in this game, and it works the majority of the time, is, the relationships matter. So, like, we didn't have any friendships, so we didn't have any rivalries, and you can tie that stuff into your narration. Like, if you save somebody, and then, like, somebody else ends up getting killed, or even if that same character ends up getting killed, even though you tried to save him one time already, you can narrate that, like, you tried to save him, but just couldn't do enough. Same thing with a rivalry, maybe you push past somebody and they end up falling behind, or you trip them up, or, however. So, but yeah, I appreciate the 3 of you playing. I had a lot of fun. I will run Final Girl again in the future. Probably won't be recently, but I love playing this game, so it's so much fun. But yeah, I'll probably post this recording on YouTube, so if you ever want to look back at it, if you want to relive the madness of the White House and Anubis, it'll be up there.
Cool.
So, yeah, I want to say goodnight to everybody, and enjoyed playing.
Good night.
Later, y'all.
Yeah, good night. Thanks for playing, everyone. Had a lot of fun.
Bye, Larry.
Bye-bye.